What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. I hope the day was well and productive. So the purpose of my video is I just have a question, maybe a few questions. But before I go into my question and the topic, I do want to set a disclaimer. This is not a video of me bashing a politician. This is not a video of me bashing anyone. This is not a video of me endorsing anyone, because I know how people get, right? I know how emotionally invested people are when it comes to the topic that I'm bringing to the table, and they have no clue on what exactly is going on. They can never name a policy or procedure that the person that they are running for, or excuse me, that they voted for, has, right? So I'm specifically talking about Trump supporters, and I'm not against Trump, but I'm also not for Trump. And I'm only setting a disclaimer of this because I know how people can get, I know how social media is. But I just have a question. And my question stems from the facts that are, brought to the table, the facts that are coming to the table about findings of alleged illegal activities. We see indictments. We see him turning himself in, mugshots and whatnot. I don't know, something just seems off, right? Because I feel like if this were a regular American citizen, or just even myself, right? I don't think I would still be able to run for president in 2024 campaign, or even just let alone walk the goddamn streets. So today, judge rules. I'm just gonna dive in. Judge rules Donald Trump defrauded banks, insurers as he built his real estate empire. A judge ruled Tuesday, which is today, that Donald Trump committed fraud for years while building the real estate empire that capitulated him to fame in the White House. Now, I know I'm not the smartest person in the circles that I've been in, but if any of my colleagues or someone closest to me has committed fraud to a bank and insurer, I would like to think it would be in jail right now. I mean, they found out today, so he would be in jail. I mean, it's 8:39. This article was released at 5:38. No, first published at 4:41 p.m. Interesting. So it gets even better. And this is why I have the question about the facts that are brought to the table. I just have a question in my perspective. Engoron, which is the judge, ordered that some of Trump's business licenses be rescinded as punishment, making it difficult or impossible for them to do business in New York, and said he would continue to have an independent monitor oversee the Trump organization's operations. Why just New York, if you found this? But hey, I'm going to skip some paragraphs here. Beyond mere bragging about his riches, Trump, his company, and key executives repeatedly lied about them on annual financial statements, reaping rewards such as favorable loan terms and lower insurance premiums. Engoron found. This is a judge that found this here. So that means it's a fact, right? No opinion. If a judge found this, it's a fact, right? We believe in the judicial system, I would assume, right? Trump has denied wrongdoing, rightfully so. Arguing in sworn testimony. So he swore in and he gave a testimony for the case that it didn't matter what he put on his financial statements because they have a disclaimer that says they shouldn't be trusted. That is a goddamn gem. Toast to that. Because what it says here, his argument, what we can do as Americans, I guess, right? As long as we put in our disclaimer that we shouldn't be trusted, we can defraud banks. He told James at an April deposition, James the judge, "You don't have a case and you should drop this case. Do you know the banks were fully paid? Do you know banks made a lot of money?" Trump testified. "Do you know I don't believe I ever got even a default notice, and even during COVID, the banks were all paid." Another gem. So, defraud the banks. Do what you need to do. As long as you pay the banks back their money, we are untouchable. We're done. I mean, there's no need to worry about fraud, right? I mean, Trump, we can learn the lesson from Trump, right? As long as we put that we can't be trusted as a disclaimer, and that we pay the banks back all of their money, it doesn't matter what we tell the banks. We can defraud them. We can commit bank fraud, and we can still walk the streets freely. That is a gem. Toast to it. I'm glad we learned that lesson today. But that just stems to my question. Like, are we arguably witnessing one of the most influential and most powerful politicians in our lifetime that we're able to actually see and witness and not have to read in a history book that's in front of our eyes? Because, I mean, last I checked, he's still running for the president, 2024. Like I said, this is not an endorsement. This is not me talking against him. This is just a question based on facts that are coming to the table, based off of just our everyday Americans. If they break the law, things would happen, right? They can't get to certain positions or powers or whatever. I'm just confused. I'm willing to learn from y'all. There are a lot of experts on social media, so I'm just willing to learn from y'all. Please tell me. I would like to hear from his following. You know, what's the difference? What's the excuse? No excuse me. I don't want to use that term because that comes off as negative. Yeah, because if this were, let's just call a spade a spade. If this were Obama, oh my God, this would be World War III. So I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to understand, you know, like what is the difference with this here? But to your entrepreneurs and your business owners, have that disclaimer, pay the banks back their money. It doesn't matter how you obtain funding from a bank. This is why I love the American system, but I also want to learn a little bit more of everybody else's perspective about this person. Cheers. Thanks, Trump.